Welcome to the Buffalo Olmsted Parks Conservancy walking tour of Hoyt Lake in Ure, Delaware Park. This is presented by M&T Bank, and I'm Jim Mendola, the volunteer historian for the Olmsted Parks. This is one of my favorite parts of the park. It comes closest to the Olmsted ideal of having peaceful paths to walk along to refresh yourself from the stresses of the day. It's also where the beach bank picnic grounds were that drove the expansion of the park in the 1880s when they got overcrowded. The beach bank picnic grounds originally went right up to the Rose Garden. Over here is the Shakespeare Hills, and the only thing I know about that is that Macmillan would get angry with people crossing that to get to the lake. So to slow them down, he ordered 500 thorn bushes to be planted around the perimeter to stop that kind of trespass. From 1918 to about the mid-1930s, there was a group of men and women that called themselves the High Dive Club. In early May every year, they would keep watch for these red-headed woodpeckers to come migrate into the park. The first one to spot them had the privilege of throwing up peanuts for the woodpeckers to catch and hide in a tree they called the throne tree so that the squirrels won't get them. They were not only woodpecker watchers, but during the time of tight budgets, they also helped clean the parks, plant bushes, plant trees, so they were sort of the guardians in tough times. But by the mid-1930s, one of the generation of woodpeckers forgot how to catch the peanuts, and that part of the park history died out. We're here to see the shadow of a foundation of one of the greatest buildings that Calvert Vaux, Frederick Olmsted's partner, considered that he ever built. It was the Spire House, and it had benches and overlooked the lake. You can see that it was on a peninsula at that time, but now the lake shore has been moved so much, about 30 or 40 yards, that it's no longer on a peninsula. It was very difficult to maintain. It had very fancy woodwork. So as soon as the budgets got tighter, the maintenance went down. It was torn down probably in the 1920s.